excited about this show today. It recalls a time in our life, we've had so many, I talk about chapters, we've had so many incredible chapters. Is that a bird here, or is that a bird in the camera?
A bird?
Do you hear that bird?
Are you hearing birds?
I'm hearing birds.
Uh-oh.
I hear birds. Maybe it's at my house.
Oh, it is. How funny, because I was thinking, where would I hear them in the kitchen? But we've got birds all over the property here. So anyway, can you just show them a picture of our Provençal table today?
Okay.
I want you to get a sense of what today is about. Alan and I spent so many wonderful summers in the south of France.
18.
18. In particular, Saint-Tropez,
Yep.
which, you know, there are certain eras that you want to be a part of, and we are a part of that era of you know, dancing on the table and drinking a lot of wine at lunch, and we were young enough to drink a lot of wine at lunch, and the food and the marché, which is the what we call our farmers market, but this is the markets in the south of France and in Italy are probably the two greatest markets that you can go to. Everything is fresh, and those two cultures have such a sense of pride about their food. So I only have one product today that I'm kind of introducing you to, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes, but I wanted to make you what I think is the perfect roast chicken. And if you know how to make a perfect roast chicken, you can always have company over for dinner. You can always impress your company with dinner. And one thing I want to teach you today is how to make gravy and sauces from your roast chicken, which, if done right, there's no better flavor. And Caroline, you're there?
I am here.
How many of my roast chickens have you had over your life?
Oh my gosh, so many.
So many.
And then all the iterations of what happens after you have the chicken.
Yeah, it's never just a roast chicken. The roast chicken becomes your stock for your sauces for the rest of your week. The roast chicken becomes the basis for your incredible chicken salads, which if you've never had homemade chicken salad, it's incomparable. It's so incredible. And so we're going to do all that today, and all things yellow and herbs and, well, herbs. Herbs de Provence, which would be a big indicator as to which way we're going today. So one of the things I want to do before I take the chicken out of the oven, which is going to rock your world, and you're all going to run out and buy chickens. I know it. I can't wait till we have our lunch. Can you, Ellen?
Yeah.
Because my demo for all of you today is to have this chicken so that Ellen and I can have it for our lunch. I wish you were here, Caroline, and then we could share it with you.
Me too. I'm
Yeah.
going to eat it virtually.
Yeah, okay, all right. And actually, we are making two. Got a beautiful, look at this chicken. This is a organic chicken this chicken never ate anything that wasn't good for it. You can just see by the color. Did your mother used to feel chickens and have a sense of it?
My mother she would take me to the market every week, and there were live chickens.
Oh.
There were crates
His mother always went
crates of live
Yeah.
chickens. And she'd point to one of them, and the guy would pull the chicken out, and she'd hold the chicken and feel the chicken's breast and feel the chicken up. And she'd say, usually, no, that's not the one. And she'd go through 3 or 4 chickens, and finally she'd find the right chicken. She'd hand the chicken to the guy and say, do not open up the chicken, just remove the feathers. So the guy would take the live chicken in the back, and we'd always hear,
Do that again.
Oh, that's so sad.
and then
It's got to happen, Caroline.
and then there'd be the smell of burnt feathers.
I remember that smell.
And then the guy would come out, the chicken would be wrapped in newspaper, and he'd hand it to me. And in the wintertime, it was great to have this because the chicken was still warm.
Yeah.
And
We're gonna walk home.
I'd hold it next to my body, and we'd walk home. When we got home, my mother would open the chicken. She would examine every organ and every gland to make sure that this chicken had no disease of any kind. Then she'd sprinkle the inside with kosher salt and the outside with kosher salt, and she let the chicken sit there for a while, and then she'd go to work with the chicken, and it was incredible.
Your mother was incredible.
Yeah.
Caroline, when you were a little girl, did you still go to a poultry? There were poultry shops. They weren't butcher shops where they sold everything, but poultry shops where you picked out little Freddie and.
Not where I grew up.
Okay, all right.
By the time we moved to Palm Springs, it was all grocery stores.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm still of that era that we had the poultry shop, and they would take the chicken in the back room when I was a little girl too. It's just the way it was.
That's right.
And now what I don't think is a good idea of buying chickens all wrapped up in plastic. Because then how long have they
Right.
been like that?
Right.
You want your chicken fresh. Like there's no odor here at all. This is a perfectly fresh, perfectly fed chicken, which that's real important. And we want to know where our food comes from today. And so that's one of the things. I'm going to make you a chicken. I'm selling you, if you're interested, the Sexy Leg Renew, which I use regularly. I know my legs aren't perfect, but they're 73, and I love the way they've held up, and they've danced for me, and just this year with the
They
fracture,
sure look perfect to me. They look the way they looked 50 years ago.
That's why we're still married.
It's
You're
true.
so darling.
True.
Well, it's great to stay in shape as you get older, and that's what I try to do. What we at our company try to do is make the world a better place, whether it be the products we use, the food we eat. Know where your food comes from. Value your fresh food, because not everybody can have fresh food, and it's an extraordinary experience to have it. So, I think what I'd like to show you is the product that we are featuring today. And that is only this. This is mainly this is the Provence Sea Salt Rub. And you know what the Provence Sea Salt Rub is? It's comprised of this here. Look at these. Look at this. This is fresh sage, fresh rosemary, fresh lavender. A lot of people don't understand how to cook with lavender. I'll teach you that. We have the fresh marjoram and the fresh thyme. That's all in this here. This is the dried version and salted with sea salt. And this is how you get labeled as a great cook.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like you say about Caroline, she's a great cook, and people say about me, she's a great cook. It's the ingredients you use, and when you use something like this, you can't miss. And as a great cook, when you're eating your meal, you're going, it is. It's really great. So.
Well, Suzanne, you were saying, how many roast chickens have I had of yours? The purpose behind these sea salt rubs was to let everyone else be able to season a chicken as great as you do.
Well, thank you.
So, yes, and the French, the Herbe de Provence sea salt, it's also the really good salt that you use. So when we developed this, we made sure to use the kind of salt that you use, plus all those herbs in the proportions that you use. And now I feel like everyone can have your incredible roast chicken.
Well, thank you. Well, let me show you how I make it. Because you can make it too. You'll see, it's easy. It's really easy. And do you see why I love the people I surround myself with? Alan, who thinks my legs haven't changed since
They haven't.
my 20s. And Caroline, my daughter-in-law, president of our company. She's an outstanding cook. I have always thought I was a really good cook, but then along came Caroline, and she's... I'd eat one of her meals any day. Any day. Awesome.
We have a mutual admiration.
Yeah, we do. Well, I don't know, why that first night I met you, why did I have that feeling? It was so intense that this is who I want my son to marry. And that's usually called a pushy mother, but it was like, no, this is the right person. And I think she told me now they had been dating, but I didn't know anything about that. I thought it was all about the girlfriend he was with who I wanted to. I didn't. I didn't.
Yeah, we didn't like her.
Well,
No, we haven't been dating. We were friends. We were just friends.
okay. It wasn't that we didn't like her.
We didn't know who she was because she was always drunk.
Oh, I was going to protect that. Well, we don't have to say who she was, but she, as a child of an alcoholic, that is the last thing I wanted for my son, to get into that syndrome again, and I worried about that. And maybe it never would have happened, and she was a nice girl. And I pray she's not watching. God. All right.
But she won't remember because she was drunk.
And chicken. How about that chicken?
Yeah. Okay. What I first want to do is, hey, Al.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it. Okay. I want to put some not like our olive oil on this. Just get it all smeared up, okay? We're going to do more of this, and then I'm going to just really liberally, because here's your flavor. I want to put the sea salt rub. The sea salt rub is when you're going to get the, God, she's a great cook comments. And it's a lot, you see. And I'm going to put some in there. I'm going to get it on my hands, and then I'll wash my hands, I promise, because I know you girls out there notice everything. But sometimes you have to get your hands into your food to really, I don't know, it makes me feel in touch with my food. And I also like with the wings and the legs, I like to really make sure I get it all over the place. And it's already smelling amazing. I'm going to add to this, because I have them, some of my fresh herbs too, because the dried is one thing, the fresh is another, but mainly I like the way it looks when it's coming out of the oven. I'm going to put this on this side too. You see, it takes quite a bit. Look at already. Can't you just see how beautiful this is?
If only that chicken could talk.
Yeah, the chicken's liking it.
Yeah,
The
you can
chicken's
tell.
going, thanks.
Chicken's smiling.
Right. Smiling chicken. You want to have a happy chicken. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands now. And what you see, I'm washing my hands. All right. Okay. Oh, we just have to have Suzanne Summers hand wash here. Have you ever tried the Suzanne Summers hand wash? I have it at every station in the house. It makes such a difference. It never dries out your hands, and I know that I'm not adding any chemicals to my life. Okay, so what I like to do with every chicken, because this is going to make your sauce great, is cut up an onion. This is not only going to make your sauce great, but it's also, when you make your stock, you're going to have this great. Now, if I were making stock, I would leave the skins on, but because I want us to eat this cooked in its chicken juices, I would ask you to get a basting brush, but you'll never find it, will you?
Sure I will.
Okay, that drawer right behind you.
I know.
There. You know? You do know?
I know.
You know? All right. Okay. Alan and I also cook together a lot. So if you see anything like with hairy, kind of like a brush, I'm looking at it right now. It's red at the end. Yay, you found it.
Here it is.
Yay. Okay. Okay, this onion had a little bruise on it. All we have to do is cut it out. Okay. And I'm going to put a few, thank you, a few heads of garlic, because when this cooks in all the juices, it's just like, that becomes something where these have already been rinsed off.
That's from our garden.
That's from our garden. Did you know that, Caroline?
What, all the herbs?
No, the
No,
garlic.
the garlic.
We have a vat. We have a vat of dried garlic from our garden.
We have like a 2-gallon can filled with our garlic.
Yeah.
We got to start eating.
Yeah. Yeah, so now the salt is in here, so I don't need to add any salt to this. I just want to get maybe a little more oil on the onions. Okay, how hard is this so far? It's pretty easy, isn't it? And
you know, adding the onion and garlic is like an extra thing. You can just use the sea salt rub.
and nothing else. And nothing else. Or if you have chicken legs, you can just, olive oil them up and put the sea salt and put them in the oven. Cooking, basic cooking, is frankly kind of easy. And I learned this in all those wonderful years that we spent in the south of France. And I learned from a lot of French housewives, which was just a thrill. I took cooking courses over there, not so much to learn to cook, I just wanted to watch how they operated in their kitchens. And then our son Stephen married Olivia, who they are as French can get. I learned so much from Mizu, Elizabeth. What's her name? Elizabeth. Olivia. I knew I was close. Right. I'm just add a little pepper. There's a very. Do we have pepper in our sea salt rub? I don't think so.
Yes. Okay, yeah. I think we do.
Okay. All right. So you don't really need to. You don't really need to do. It's got everything we need.
By the way, I have to tell you something.
Yeah.
Caroline Rice said, I plucked a chicken once. It squawked at me for real. I didn't eat chicken for a decade. So she plucked it when the chicken was alive.
Oh, Caroline.
That's so mean.
Oh, she didn't mean to. She didn't know. That'd be like doing it to us. Okay, here's the magic of our shows. And I'll need a little help, so I'll take the camera right here. I'd like you to take the show chicken out.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, all right. And on the top shelf, I've got the vegetables.
Okay, you know, I need a...
While you guys are doing that, I'll just let everyone know, we used
No,
Celtic
they're over
sea
there.
salt in Suzanne's Infusio sea salt.
Of course, because it's Irish. You want me to take the camera out?
Oh, no, I got it.
Yeah?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Here.
Wow.
I'm going to move Raw Guy, and we're going to switch places with Raw Guy. I think I should take the camera for a minute while
Yeah?
you lift
Yeah,
what.
take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, okay. Beautiful.
Put that baby right here.
Okay. And then we're going to switch out the vegetables on the top, and then I'm going to show them how I'm doing the vegetables. So on the top shelf here, Alan, are the vegetables. You
Okay,
can put a Raw Guy in there.
okay.
I'll take the camera again.
Okay.
Here's the chicken we're going to put in here. Simple, right? It could have been easier. Okay. On the top shelf. No, on the top shelf. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Okay, we've got summer squash and zucchini and a little eggplant, that Japanese eggplant, and cherry tomatoes and little red peppers. Oh, this is going to be so good.
It
Okay.
looks like a French summer.
Yep. Yeah. What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, you pulled it out too far. Okay. Take Raw Guy out so you don't have all that weight to deal with. Because there you go. Okay. So I cook these chickens for like an hour and 25 minutes at 350. You know your oven, but that's what works great for me. Now look at this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Here's a meal.
Wow.
But that's not all. That is not all,
Wow.
because I am going to make sauce that will rock your world.
I may have to sample one of these things.
Okay.
Let's see, how about this one right here?
All right. All right. Can you hand me a wooden fork and a wooden spoon?
Wooden.
The purpose is to lift the chicken off of they may be a little spindly. Well, all right. Okay.
Yeah, gosh, this looks good.
Yeah.
This is goof-proof cooking. Like anyone can be executing this like a pro French housewife.
Yeah. Look at that.
Wow.
Don't want to leave this stuff on the bottom. Oh. Now, there are a couple of schools of thought. You can pour out some of the drippings. Hand me the pot holders, if you would. Thank you. 2 of them. I'm going to pour off a little, but I leave a good portion of the drippings. Okay. I'm still limping a little, but not as bad. I get better
Well,
every
I
day.
wish I could pick that chicken off the bottom of that pan right now. That's
Well,
like the best part, isn't it?
Yeah, Al, you're gonna have to help me with
Yep.
that.
Oof.
I'm gonna, yeah. It's hot, so you grab for yourself, Al. Oh, gosh.
Oh!
Too hot? I'll get you a fork.
No, it's okay.
I'll get you a fork.
Okay.
Yeah. We have forks.
Wow.
Yeah, here you go.
Okay.
Wow. Isn't that fun? And I essentially am going to leave most of this here because this is what I call the balls of cooking.
Wow.
And don't be offended by my saying that. This here, these drippings on the bottom is what makes spectacular food. And I used to have a friend who lived in Sausalito. Oh, no, it was actually Susie. Susie would pour all that out, and I'd go, Susie,
Yeah.
how could you do that? Okay, I'm going to now turn it on.
I'll just liberate some of this stuff.
Yeah,
here.
that's a good boy.
Wow, that looks so good. I really want to eat that.
I know. I so wish you were here. Can't tell you how I miss you.
Next week.
Yeah. Okay. Yummy? Let me take one bite, because gosh, we don't want to waste this, do we?
Wow. That is great.
It's great. And you know why it's great? It's great because of this. It's perfectly balanced.
Yeah, will you get a close-up of the Infusio Provence salt rub so we can see?
Okay.
There you go. Now, my intent right now is to get this bubbling like that. Gas stoves. They like when they want to. Okay, this stock is from the chicken I made a few days ago. I waste nothing. And that, I think, is the secret to good food too, because we should never waste food. Okay, so now I'm going to scrape the bottoms up a little bit. Okay, get that off the bottom. We're not going to waste a thing. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, and you're going, well, that doesn't look so great. It will. It will.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
Yeah, this is going to be... I'm going to have to probably not even season this at all because the sea salt rub is so perfectly blended. Our formulators did an incredible job on this, and Caroline had her hand in there too, and I literally mean that.
Well, listen, I'm just executing your flavors.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to let this bubble up, and I'll probably add a little more. So now I want to talk about these vegetables, which are self-explanatory. You're going to serve chicken with the sauce and then these vegetables all around it, so you can see it's going to taste great. But what are those vegetables? And I'm going to cut these up for you. These are all washed and ready. Look at that. That's health. You know what all those colors are? They're called flavonoids. And if you read my book, Breakthrough, I had a long discussion with Dr. Russell Blaylock, who I think is one of the smartest men in medicine today. He's the one who gave up his successful financially too business as an oncologist because he was starting to see cancer so rare.
Who? Dr. Blaylock.
Yeah, in younger
He was
and younger
he was a
people.
brain surgeon.
Brain surgeon. In younger and younger people, and he realized, I have to devote the rest of my life to understanding why young people are getting cancer in today's world. One of the things that he thinks is majorly cancer preventive is the intake of enough flavonoids. And flavonoids is simply a word for colors. Look at the color of that beautiful Japanese eggplant. Look at the color of this beautiful zucchini, loaded with health. Look at this beautiful summer squash. Did you taste one of the summer squashes there, Alan?
No, I tasted a I think a pepper,
A pepper.
a little pepper.
What I would do is take one of those and smoosh it around in this not finished sauce yet.
Okay,
Do
you know
want a
what?
fork?
I need
Yeah.
the fork, yeah.
Yum, yum. There are your birds.
You have over 2,000 people watching you cook today.
Isn't
Really
that
enjoy,
great?
You're teaching them to cook.
Ooh.
Well, because I'm a basic housewife cook. Yeah, I've written all those cookbooks and everything, but this is the food that I like. I like.
It doesn't taste the same as when other people make it, and I think because you've taught us all to use such good ingredients.
Yeah.
And
Wow, is that
it
good?
tastes the same if you put regular table salt.
Wow.
Some old drivers that have been sitting in your cabinet for 2 years. It doesn't taste the same.
She's right. Your food is as good as your ingredients. And you know who's the first person who told me that, although I already knew it, was Wolfgang Puck. Now there's some things here, like skin and things that are on the bottom, that I will take out with a spatula. But I want to get all the flavor out of it. Can you see already? And then once I get this cooked to where I want it. Did you like that summer squash?
It was incredible.
Yeah. Do you want to do it again?
Actually, it surprised me
Uh-huh.
because I thought it was going to be like a little dry.
Uh-huh.
It's not dry at
No,
all.
and especially when you smoosh it in the sauce.
Yeah.
Sauce is everything. It's
Okay, I'm gonna
literally
try.
everything. That's an eggplant.
Oh, I don't like eggplant.
Okay, you might like it this way.
You might with that seasoning.
Yeah, you might.
Well, let me try it.
Eggplant's like a mushroom.
Yeah.
Just takes on
Yeah.
flavor.
Let's see if we can get Al. This is like Mikey to eat a sauce-drenched slice of roasted eggplant with Provence sea salts.
I guess I like it. Eggplant.
And if you have children or grandchildren, this is how you can get them to eat vegetables that they think they hate. It's just that they've had, you do not want an eggplant like this that's not going to be good. You got to be creative with your vegetables. I'm going to add a little more stock here just because I want to show you my tablecloth. And that way I get a little more sauce. Okay, so before I cut into this beautiful chicken, we've got our hero in the oven. I want you to take a look at this table. Do you remember the day, oh so many years ago, Alan, when we bought this tablecloth?
Yeah,
And those napkins?
yeah.
And those plates? You're on my legs.
What? There's your leg.
And the plates, these are from a little market in the south of France.
In Saint-Tropez.
Saint-Tropez, yeah.
Before they ruined it.
Yeah. And these herbs are from our herb garden outside the kitchen. Even if you don't have a lot of space where you live, you can grow these in a window box. And then look at these flowers.
I grew all these flowers. No, I'm just kidding.
Are you going to lie again, Al?
Yeah, I'm just
okay,
kidding.
It's okay. And then we have a bottle of rosé, which is not something we usually drink at lunchtime, but that's kind of a very typical thing that they do in the south of France.
Rosé with ice cubes.
With ice cubes, yeah. And I've done that before, and that's fun. Okay.
Okay, so I should let everyone know,
Uh-huh.
if they're just turning up to see what the deal is today, it's 25 cents, 25% off site-wide, and the promo code is LEGS25.
Okay.
SuzanneSummers.com.
And it's legs because, can you hand me that, see that meshy thing there? So I can get the skin out of the bottom?
This?
Yes. Okay. All right. Your birds are funny, Caroline. This is not chicken meat. This is chicken skin. And that's not something you want to come across when you're having your chicken. It's not bad. It's just...
Well, it's good if it's crispy.
Yeah, but this is not. This
Yeah.
is kind of mushy, and you don't want mushy. And now we've got, yeah.
Do you remember when Bruce took me to Les Beaux for the first time? Where you guys used to go all the time.
Yeah.
I walked in this little store and found the most beautiful set of dishes, these yellow dishes with the pink flowers, and I wrote to you and told you about them, and you had just bought them.
I know. Our tastes are so similar.
So
I know, it's
I
crazy.
wasn't planning on buying them because I, like you, have too many dishes. But I love that you and I are are drawn to some similar things.
Yeah, it's I guess it's not been an accident.
So speaking of dishes,
Yeah.
I just have to break away for a moment,
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go in here and I'm going to show you all our dishes, okay? There are dishes. There's a set here. This was a set of dishes, service for 20. I had an artist in Toronto whose name was Hugo Quatro Oche, which means four eyes. He was Brazilian. And I said, I want a service for 20, and every single dish has to be different. Then this is from Saint-Tropez. Okay, we're using these dishes today on the table. And these dishes here were designed by Suzanne Summers. I don't think we sell them anymore, but they were beautiful dishes. Really love the little design, the little violet. And then we have more dishes here.
Do you know how those came about?
No.
I took Camellia and Violet to a little place called Color Me Mine,
Oh, right.
where you could paint plates. And that was the plate that I painted that day. And then we decided to make them dishes. Okay, now, this sauce is ready. The flavor is unbelievable. And I'm going to let me put 2 heaping spoons of butter, but I may add more because I've deglazed the pan and now I'm sweetening it up with butter. Look at that beautiful sauce. Even if the chicken was crappy, it would be great because of this sauce.
But you don't want a crappy chicken.
You don't want a crappy chicken. You learned
So,
that.
Suzanne, we have a lot of questions about the question to strain or not to strain.
Well, did you see where I don't strain it? All this stuff in there is like great stuff. Don't strain it. What I did.
This is like the peasant.
Yeah. A peasant housewife would never throw out, the great stuff. In a fancy 5-star French kitchen, they would run this through a strainer, but I think they lose out on a lot by doing that.
I agree.
So here's our sauce. It's ready. Okay, and then we're going to cut. Oh, I'm excited about this. I guess I should make. No, I'll put those in later. Should I do the vegetables for them, or is it so?
I think you can just explain how you did it. So
Yeah, I mean, I essentially took this, and there's no right or wrong. You can't do this wrong. Whatever you see when you go to the grocery store, this is just what happened to be available. Cherry tomatoes, we left them on the vine, and then these beautiful little. I use these in everything.
Now, those are habaneros.
Yeah.
I think it's important to tell people that if you're going to use habaneros and you touch them with your fingers, like you're doing right now, and you're touching your mouth.
Yeah, but these aren't hot.
no, those are sweet peppers.
Oh,
These
they're
are
not.
sweet.
Oh, they look like.
Watch.
Oh, they look like habaneros.
Take a taste.
Okay.
They're sweet little. It's incredible.
Mm.
Isn't that
And
awesome?
all you did was drizzle olive oil and the Infusio Provence sea salt. That's it.
That's all we
And
did.
just bake it 350.
Along with the chicken, and cook simultaneously. And look at the meal we're going to have.
Mm.
All right, so I'd like you to do the chicken. You slice chicken so great. Want me to hold the?
Sure.
I'll hold the camera.
Okay.
While you go get the electric knife.
Okay.
He's really.
I love Hamill Productions.
I know. Yeah, we're.
You guys are awesome.
So there are other things today while he's finding that.
Yeah, because Christina wants to know what the promo code is legs. Maybe you could tell her the other secret you learned in France.
Okay, so I had this friend in the south of France that I met in the summers that I went there. We found year after year the same people were coming back, and we developed these friendships. One of the things that they sold in French pharmacies was a supplement called Diosmin 95. That's essentially what Sexy Leg Renew is. Diosmin 95. What is that? It's sweet. What?
You're just funny on the camera.
Yeah, this is not my thing.
There you go. Okay, now I have a shot.
Okay. It's Diosmin 95 is sweet orange peel extract. Okay, Nothing scary about that. And what it does, and I've been taking it for years, I started then, I know I'm terrible on the camera. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm back. Okay. All right. Oh, look at that beautiful chicken. Do you have swelling ankles, cankles, heavy leg syndrome? Then your friend is Diosmin 95. As we get older, our veins don't operate the way they used to, and they have a harder time, with circulation. This is so great for circulation of your legs, and you want to keep that circulation, happening. Look at that beautiful chicken. Oh, let me take a little taste of this. In the sauce. Oh my gosh. I need the fork. It's a little hot. But I know my camera work is just awful. I know, I admit that.
It's okay.
Okay? I'm not perfect.
No, you aren't perfect.
All right.
Wow, that's a nice card, Helen.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh. This sauce is out of this world. And did you notice I didn't add anything but the broth and the butter? Because the Provence sea salt rub does all the work. It's so amazing. Okay, that's enough, and let's get your plate and let's feed Al.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Ooh.
I know it's very
Woo.
hot, but very fresh. Okay. So if you'll grab your plate.
Whoops.
Right. Okay.
So while Suzanne's plating, I'm going to finish what she has started to tell
Please
you
do.
about
Thank
sexy
you.
leg rhythm.
Thank you. Okay.
Sometimes as we age, we start getting not so nice looking veins on our legs, and they become discolored and they don't look so great. And part of the reason Suzanne's legs look so good is because she learned about Diosmin when she was in France. So it was one of the first things she asked us to develop when we started her supplement line. And this sweet orange peel extract, they've done many clinical studies on it, and it's shown to help support the elasticity of your veins. And as you get older and those veins lose their elasticity, they first of all don't look very good, and secondly, they can't pump the blood back up to the upper extremities. So that's why people end up sometimes getting swelling in their ankles and their feet, and it's painful. So what this does, Diosmin 95, which is in our sexy leg rhythm, it helps support healthy veins so that you don't, first of all, can help improve the discoloration if you have any of that, but also it helps your veins to work better so that they can pump the blood back up to your heart.
Well, put some on the vegetables, too.
Good explanation. We're having sauce orgasms. Look at
Wow.
that.
Oh my God, that looks
Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, see you later.
Okay, the great thing is you all can have this for dinner tonight. It's not too late to go out and get a chicken and some vegetables. Thank you. And let's put the same amount on for me. Isn't that just the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful? The fork is over there. I'm sorry to make you all hungry, but but I'm not, because now I've taught you the most basic French country dinner. And yeah, let's get some of those. A couple of each of them.
And this was so fast. You practice in like, it takes like 10 minutes
Yeah.
to prep this whole meal.
Yeah.
And then you cook it for an hour and a half,
Yep.
about 10 minutes to make the sauce, and you're done.
Yeah, so you could actually, if any of us could go to our places of work, although I am at my place of work. Let's just have an orgasm moment just looking at this sauce. Oh my gosh. Oh. Now you also can put potatoes in here, which would be wonderful.
Actually, do you want to sit over here?
I do. For lunch, I prefer not to do potatoes. Although lately, we have been enjoying the full-out thrill of baked potatoes. Have you been liking the baked potatoes? You know, we gave up potatoes for so many years. You can see the camera work is much better when it's driven by Alan Hamill.
Okay.
And then we'll
doing a great job together.
and we'll have a couple of bites of this, and then Alan, you can sit, and then I'll go over and show them the nail polishes and the foot spray, Peel Renew.
Hilda said I have a varicose ulcer on my left leg, and Diosmin has helped heal it greatly.
Oh.
My circulation in my lower legs is pretty shot.
Wow.
So she is getting good results.
Yeah, and you know what else was great? It's not a drug. That's what I love about it. If you went to your regular doctor, you're going to get some kind of drug. I'm not going to take this first bite until I'm on camera.
Okay, you're on camera.
Okay.
Hmm.
It needs nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. The sea salt rub has all the flavor in it, all of it. Oh, get a couple of bottles because you're not going to want to run out of this. Oh.
Do we have lots of inventory, Caroline?
Pardon me?
Do we have lots of inventory?
We do have inventory of the Earth de Provence, the Provence sea salt rub. We're out of the Tuscan rub right now, but we have the Provence, and we also have the Southwest.
Okay.
Oh, great. Okay, let me photograph you on your first bite.
Okay.
And the chicken is perfect. You know, the difference between an organic chicken and a non-organic chicken is night and day. This chicken is sweet. You know, you wouldn't think to make a roast chicken for lunch, but what an incredible lunch. It takes less time than making a bunch of sandwiches. This is delicious.
And also you have time to digest the protein.
Yeah, yeah. Terry Hertog, who's in my book, A New Way to Age. Oh, I forgot to bring Lucille's book down. Love Life in Lucille. She's my 100-year-old friend. She's no longer with us, but she lived to her 100th birthday. And I wrote the foreword to her book. The next show, I will bring it to the show. But we did post something about it. I loved her. I met her in Dallas. I was giving a speech, and she shows up. You could not notice her. She had a feather in her hair, kind of like Lola, the showgirl, and she had a fur thing on and red lips.
You look great.
She looked great. She looked great. And what I looked at her is, here's a new way to age, and never give up. We women, we love. We're like the bird community. Never lose your plumage, and never forget to dress up. Never forget to put on your lipstick. Never forget to put on whatever your favorite scarf or piece of clothing or pearls or whatever. It's what being a girl is. It's what being feminine is. And so I promise for a Friday night show that I will bring her book down. Oh, I so wish I could put this food through the camera. So gosh darn good.
Suzanne, so many people are asking about the sexy leg renew. Could you please hold that bottle?
I will. In fact, I want to go over there.
And people are asking how long to use it. You want to use it for at least 3 months,
Yeah.
and then as needed.
Okay.
I'll come over.
You coming over? Al's coming over to show the sexy
Want a
leg
couple of
renew, but-
mouthfuls here?
Oh, I know. And you know, I think we're onto something. It's so easy to make a roast chicken for lunch. So easy.
And also think about how many lunches or dinners you're going to have now from these 2 chickens
Right.
and the carcasses with all
Right.
that great flavor.
Right. I can't wait to show you that. Next time we'll come at the end of the chicken and I'll show you how to make the, okay, here's a sexy leg renew. Diosmin 95 sweet orange peel extract. That's it. We don't need much more on the back of the bottle. If you've got swollen ankles, if your calves are swollen, we call them cankles. If you have heavy leg syndrome, I have to tell you about my sister Maureen. She's a realtor in San Francisco, and she sells those Victorian houses, a lot of stairs, and she's older than I am. She's in great shape, really great shape. And she called me on Yvonne one day, and she said, I didn't know what was wrong with me, all of a sudden I couldn't make it up the stairs at these Victorian houses. My legs felt like sequoia trees, and she then realized she had been forgetting to take her Sexy Leg Renew. She had run out and she hadn't taken it for 3 weeks. So I sent it to her right away, and she said almost instantly, because she had a buildup in her body, the heavy leg syndrome went away, and the heavy leg syndrome under the blankets at night when that's so uncomfortable. All of us are suffering from a little bit of something. Aging is about worn out parts. And so it makes sense that your circulation would wear out. You want to keep the blood flow going, and this is your best friend, okay? Now another thing, being that this is a foot show, is Heel Restore. And Heel Restore, let me see what's in there that I have forgotten about. It's refreshing foot mist for hot, tired feet. Hot, tired feet. I got that right now here in the desert. It's 110 again today. Hot, tired feet. With cooling mint and natural deodorizers. But what I like most of all, like when I get into bed at night and my heels feel dry because I walk around here barefoot a lot, it just softens up my heels. It softens up I put it over my whole foot, and it's so good, okay? And then on those hot days, don't you want a little something you keep in your purse? Refreshing foot mist. And refreshing foot mist, am I showing that right? It has natural deodorizers in it. Don't want to smell. You don't want smelly feet. And it's got the peppermint in there, so it cools you down. And then,
by the way, Carol Schrader is on her second bottle of Sexy Renew, and she's now walking 2 miles a day.
good for you, Carol. I'm so happy. I love our products. I think our products have integrity and quality. And here are our most recent summer toe polishes, but it's for either. This is our new base coat, and it really makes the nail strong. My manicurist is very impressed with
So you
this.
put that on first, then the color?
Yeah, put this on first. And then we've got, my eyes are so bad now. That's what's worn out on me. Hibiscus. This is hibiscus. That's an awesome color. Wow. Right? And then this is what Alan has on his toes. Jacaranda. You might take your shoes off.
I love that
And then
color.
this is what I have on my toes, which is papaya. So Al and I walk around the house with, he's Jacaranda and I'm papaya. We have fun here at the Hamill household.
Yeah.
And I love that we bring you products with such integrity, of such quality, that are good for you products. We can't call our polish organic, because to get the depth of color, there's a couple things we have to put in, but it's missing the top 10 offenders. And when you hear what those are, this is pretty amazing. And the rest of these all have the insignia, the toxic-free, got to be grown organically, extracted organically, nothing upwind or downwind of the product can be toxic to contaminate it. So those are our offerings today, and then do not forget.
And also, 25% off the entire site.
Yeah.
And the promo code is LEGS, plural, 25.
And then your new friend. And I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
This is your new friend. This is going to make, there's so many, you want to make great chicken legs, you're on the way home from wherever you're, just grab some chicken legs, put olive oil on this on your chicken legs, put the chicken legs into the oven for this 350 for about an hour and 15 minutes. Serve that with whatever, a baked potato, roasted vegetables, a salad.
Also,
Or you could make our homemade Roquefort, which is blue cheese, mayonnaise, and sour cream mixed together with a little splash of red wine vinegar. Dip it into that. And Caroline also does the Cholula sauce, which you buy a bottle of Cholula, and then she puts a spoonful of butter in that and melts it. So you take your chicken leg that's seasoned with this, dip it into the blue cheese dressing, and then dip it into the Cholula.
That's great.
This is simple.
Great. We should do that sometime.
Okay, we have done it. We did it last summer in Malibu. This is good eating. And this is what makes people say about you, God, she's a good cook.
By the way, you know, once you try this, how many of the sea salt rubs do we have? I think we're out of stock with a lot of them, but we have a big order coming in.
Tuscan is out of stock, and we have Southwest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you like it. You really like it. It makes me so happy when we run out of stuff because it means you took to it. So whenever we run out, it'll all be back. Don't worry. It's just maybe not being, we're all impatient in life. We want it now, but it'll be there.
Okay.
And I guess that's our hour, how quickly that went.
But you've like transported me to the south of France, and now.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can't go on vacation right now. It was nice to see all your Provence linens and your dishes and this beautiful French meal you made.
Can you come around here, Ellen, and show them how cute you look in your
Okay.
little Provence shirt? I'll hold the sea salt rub, and you come over here. It's not that I want to say goodbye to all of you, but I just can't wait to get back to my lunch. Are you feeling, I think you need to turn that around at us. Remember?
No. You see,
No?
if I do this, then we
Oh.
look into the pantry.
Oh, and I was making
Actually,
you...
I could hang on. I can push that button.
I was making you the fool, and you're not.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Okay. Okay.
When do we do this next time?
We do this Friday night at Big Al's
Oh,
Bar.
right, 5 o'clock
5
Pacific
o'clock.
time.
Bring your tequila. Bring something
Yeah.
salty, and we'll have something salty to talk about. I want to get in that picture too. I love you all. I love you, Caroline. I love you, Al.
That was great.
Okay.
Love you.
Bye-bye, everybody. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.